Okay, for those who have watched it, I'm sure it was very funny for you, right? The old lady was so naughty. But that's exactly what we do when we are bored. We do very naughty things. We do things that makes we think that it's interesting, right? So right now, we're going to do a little boredom test. A test about boredom. Yeah, you just see that, okay? Okay. What do people do when they are bored? Okay, this you will need a pen and a paper. Okay, all of you just grab a pen and a paper right now. Sorry, we didn't warn you just now. We wanted to play games, which is more interesting, right? So go and get your pens and papers. Okay, everyone refresh with a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, this is a very simple quiz. It is MCQ with two choices, true or false. Alright, on your piece of paper, you just write down number 1, T for true, F for false, so that you know later how to calculate your marks. Okay, first question. Is it difficult for me to focus on my activities? True or false? Is it difficult for me to focus on my activities? True or false? Question 2. I often find myself thinking about something else while doing my work. I often find myself thinking about something else while doing my work. True or false? Yes, please write on your paper. Alright, so that later when I give you the results, you can tabulate. Question 3. Time passes so quickly. Time passes so quickly. True or false? 5 minutes there. Question 4. I often find that I have no idea what to do. I often find that I have no idea what to do. What to do next? After this, what should I do? True or false? Okay. Question 5. Having to look at someone else's home video or photos bore me. That means you're not the YouTube type. Having to look at somebody else's home videos or photos bore me. True or false? Okay. 6. I always have new ideas of what I want to do. I always have new ideas. New is the keyword. New ideas of what to do. True or false? 7. I find it easy to entertain myself. Or is it, this is so exciting but I'm bored. This is so exciting but I'm bored. Okay, true or false? Number 8, I'm often in situations where I am trapped in doing meaningless things. What are meaningless things? Like maths is not your meaningless things, right? Like counting stones in your backyard, for example, counting grass downstairs, for example, meaningless things. True or false? Question 9. Many things that I have to do are repetitive and monotonous. That means you do things that keeps repeating and there's no excitement and it's always very boring. True or false? Last question. It takes more to motivate me to do things. That means if I get you to go and get your pen and paper, you actually get pen and paper. Yeah, so boring. So is that true or false? Okay? Alright, now the answers. You just roughly calculate. If some of you miss some of the questions, no problem. Alright? This is the result. Now, what you should do is tabulate your results according to the answers here and see what is your score. Okay, this is not a A1, A2. The higher points you get, the better you are, right? It's just a test to see how bored you are. Alright, so quickly look through the answers, see how many marks you have. Give me the thumbs up when you're more or less calculated. Okay, in general, if you get 0 to 5, you're a person who is not easily bored. Alright? But if your result is 5 to 10, basically you're bored half the time. You are very, very easily bored. Okay? So that is the test. That is a test to tell you roughly how bored you are. Are you easily bored, or are you a person who is always interested to do something? Okay? Now, some of us are bored so easily, but the others, some of us can really do the very, very small and mundane things. Alright? But there is a saying, bored to tears. I don't know whether you agree with me, but I think that is a bit of an understatement, because most of the time we are more like bored to death. The Chinese says 闷死 it's so suffocating that you cannot breathe. It's so boring, it's so boring. Then you 闷死, right? So this is something that we want to talk about today. We want you to share a bit with your nobodies right now on these certain topics. Okay? What do you find boring to do? What do you do to try to get out of boredom? And are you afraid of being bored?